No. Faculty Chulalongkorn is 107 years old, but Faculty of Engineering even older than the university. So this year, Faculty of Engineering will celebrate 111, okay, 111 years anniversary. So electrical engineering is one of the very first department under Faculty of Engineering. Okay, so Faculty of Engineering currently consists of 12 department. Okay, so for electrical engineering, okay, we are about, I think, 90 odd years old. Okay, 90 something years old. So one of the very first department, civil engineering, electrical engineering, and mechanical engineering at that time. Okay, so for the code number that represent each department, okay, soon you will see ours is 2102, okay, 21 for Faculty of Engineering, 2101 is the course belong to civil engineering, and our is 2102 XX, okay. So when you see 2102, that means the course offered by our electrical engineering. Okay, so I think, by the way, how many new students that we welcome?
Today is 13 students.
13 students. Okay. So my words of advice to you would be, first, let rethink or confirm your purpose of entering into our master degree program and a doctoral degree program. Okay. So purpose first. Okay. And if possible, you should make your purpose clear enough. Okay. So from now on, okay, you will spend time of your life, maybe 1 year, 1.5 years, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, up to you. Okay. So this is your one of the journey of your life. So what your specific purpose, okay, of joining our department, okay, then you can decide your life journey, okay, that suits you well. Okay. Number 2, okay, I think based on my experience of supervising or advising graduate students, okay, one of the very critical success factor of your study is continuity. Okay, continuity. You know what it means, right? So you have to keep it's like a marathon. It's like a marathon. You have to make sure that you spare enough energy along the course of your journey. Continuity is very important. Okay, we do not expect like you make a big jump, okay, randomly, and then you stop for some period, and then you start again, start again. That's not the way that you will achieve on your study journey easily or even possible. Okay, continuity would be the key. Okay, keep your energy up, keep open mind attitude of learning the new things. Okay. And to me, I think after graduation, okay, one of the most important embedded to each and every one of you is how to conduct the research. Okay, because I think most or even all of you have to, in addition to taking the coursework at one course, okay, one of the important component would be your thesis. Okay, master thesis, doctoral thesis. So at the end, okay, please answer to yourself whether you know how to conduct the research. Okay, and apply this process of research conduction, okay, to the future of your life. Okay, no matter the career path that you are going to take on after this. Okay. If you learn how to conduct the research, you can apply this. If you want to build a new shop of your own, you can apply the research process. Okay, it is not only for academic world. Okay, the research process can be applied. Okay, to the less maybe later sooner. I assume that Professor Chawadit and his team and also your advisor will introduce you to our new project, okay, named Gilbert Square. Okay, if you walk around and you see some small construction near the True Coffee Shop, that is the location of the Gilbert Square. Gilbert is Professor Charles Emerson Gilbert is our first head of department, okay, coming to Chulalongkorn University to establish the first EE program in Thailand 90 years ago. Okay, so we named this a new project to also honor and commemorate his contribution to our department. So, Gilbert Square, okay, in short, it's designed to be connectivity playground. Connectivity playground. So I hope that some of your thesis, okay, would be involved with Gilbert Square, and we can use Gilbert Square to generate, okay, creative, innovative prototype, okay, from our student study. Another word would be EEPSA. Okay, I have to admire Professor Sawadit and our senior, our former graduate student that helped the department establish the EE Post Student Association of EEPSA. Okay, so along with your academic journey, okay, EEPSA would be another place, another venue, okay, that would make your journey with us even more, more interesting, more enjoyable, more whatever. Okay, please looking forward to the activity. Okay, of the EEPSA. Okay, and last, maybe this is the orientation. So step 1, step 2, step 3. Okay, step 1, make sure what is the regarding to the study plan. Make sure which cluster you belong to. Okay, after this orientation, you have to be certain which cluster you belong to, okay, academically, because you have to prepare with your advisor the study plan in according to that research cluster. Step 2, also make sure which research lab you belong to physically, okay, the place that you will work and you will do some research experiment, okay. Under our new structure of the department, okay, in terms of the research lab, clearly we have 7 research laboratory, okay. So step 1, research cluster that you belong. Step 2, research lab that you belong, okay. Each and every postgrad student should be assigned to one of the 7 research laboratory. And step 3, enjoy your journey with us starting from now. Thank you very much and welcome all of you again to our electrical engineering department. ขอบคุณครับ
Thank you very much, our head of the department, Professor Nap Bunhuncharan, for a welcoming speech to all the new guys coming into our department, right? And okay, thank you much. In the next session, I would like to be a little bit more relaxed, friendly. Okay, so this will be like a chit chat session, basically. And I'm coming to tell you some news and some procedures. And if you like to ask any questions, just feel free to do so, right? And maybe it's good to know each other a little bit more. Over here, we have got both master and PhD students, right? Is it possible that you could raise your hand who master students? Okay, right. And who are PhD students? Right. Okay, yep, that's good. And over here, master students, PhD student. Okay, right. So this is the EPSA team. Allow me to share the screen. Right. Okay. Um, may I ask, Joseph and Thanapon, can you hear us from our room here? You could unmute your microphone so that you'll be able to say something there.
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Right. Okay. Thank you very much. And Joseph is the master or the PhD student?
Joseph is a master student.
Master student. Good. Thanapon, can you hear us?
Yes,
Okay. You're the master or PhD?
master student.
Okay. Very good. Okay. Right now, do you see the screen being shared on your screen there for Joseph and for Thanapon? I'm showing the schedule. Do you see it?
Yes, I can see it.
Okay, very good, very good. Um, right after this, what we are going through in 1 hour, kind of like a full hour lecture, right? But I'm trying to make it not that boring. I like to introduce the graduate programs that you have in our department, the research cluster, and the course requirement and the e-graduate system. There'll be some hands-on sessions. So if you got your mobile phones or the tablets or even computers, then yes, we will have to use them. Okay, so that during the e-graduate session, then you will do something along the way, right? This slide we posted at the web, and first thing first, I think that you could join the please join our channel of communication here. Right. 12 places to join straight away. So the first one is Line channel of the master and the PhD students of our CUEE department. And the second one is the MS Teams channel. So take your time. Okay. It's okay if you cannot see the QR that you could like stand up pointing it over here. It's like, and once all of you joining the line group as well as the MS Teams channel, then I'm just going to send this handout. As you can see, like 43 slides, right? To you guys over the line group, so that you'll also be able to like follow along with the handout over here as well, right? Some Thai students, could you raise your hand, please? Okay, right, good. If I speak too fast, just let me know, right? So that I could slow down a little bit. Okay, right, อาจารย์ And we also have invited your advisors to join in and อาจารย์เรียนเชิญเลยครับได้เลย Okay, so you guys in the line group already or not? Right? Good. Allow me to send you to the line group. Okay, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only 5 students joining in, right? Yes. Can I send it now? Right? So you could just check it out over there. Okay. Likewise for the team, this is a team for postgraduate students. Okay. Maybe I should also put it in the team as well. As for the team, I think there's no need to hurry because the message being posted there would remain there, right? So that you'll be able to check it out. Okay, good enough. So you guys have got the materials there. And you could also check that material over the web of a department later on too. Okay. Now let me come back to our slide over here. Okay. If this is interesting to you, for you, then that is a ranking that the university has got. That is from the Global Impact Ranking 2023 from Times Higher Education. And from the same Times Higher Education, I think Jula's got #1 in sustainability in some of the areas, as well as top 20, top 50, and so on and so forth in some other areas. This is the whole campus of Jula. Okay, so it is right in the middle of Bangkok, right? And as you have already been notified by our head of the department, we have got Gilbert Square. It seems to be a lot of squares around this area. You have Siam Square, Chamtuli Square, right? And in our department, we have Gilbert Square as the connectivity playground. Okay. Where I think this is the football field of our campus, right? And we have the main auditorium over here. So Faculty of Engineering is on that side of the campus. And this is our building over here. We have 2 floors over here for the Department of Electrical Engineering in floor 13 and floor 12 of that tall building. And we also have other isolated buildings in our campus for the department. Okay. A little bit of the history. That is, I think, one of the first laboratories. At the time, the electrical engineers very much electricity, right? But right now, electrical engineering can do anything basically, right? Because the field of electrical engineering now takes advantage of not only the electrons, but also we play with photons, right? And all the basics coming from the physics that we are exploiting their know-hows, and then we're trying to make it the reality in many of the inventions, right? So our department, it's been dated since 1929, 90 years. This is a population for the faculty members, or in Thai language, we refer to faculty members, professors as Ajahn. Ajahn means teachers. And so you hear a lot of Ajahn words, like in Japan, there's a sensei, right? In Thailand, it's Ajahn. Here we have got 43 Ajahns or faculty members. Okay. For student populations, I think that the green is for the bachelor degree students. So that's 2/3 of the whole pie for our Department of Electrical Engineering students. For the master and for the PhD, that's 1/3. 17% is master students or Thai students. But as you could see, we also have quite a few international students as well, for both the master and for the PhD. So in total, we have got 500 something students in our department. And as for the postgraduate, that's master, the PhD students, that's like 150, 160, something like that. Okay. This is the statistics like over the past 10 years, also of what programs of our master and PhD students that they have enrolled. And the majority is 80% is the master degree, master of engineering degree for the program with both research and coursework. Coursework, it means you have to take courses. Okay. And there's few students for only research only master program. I think that is very special case, like they have already completed all the courses from the undergraduate level that they also took it from us. And as a result, when they enter the master degree, then they just like transfer the whole thing from the undergraduate program courses that they have already taken. And so they're just going for only the research, only few cases. But you see the majority no need for the courses. Maybe the students already completed all the courses in the master degree. So no additional courses that needed for the background of the research. And so you go for the research only programs. We also have the program, the red one, that accepts PhD student directly from undergraduate, not from the master. So that's possible, and a few have already graduated by that program, the red one. International students, over the past 10 years, I think in our department we have say 20 nationalities, something like that. Okay, a lot from Pakistan, right? And from Cambodia as well, and Myanmar and other countries. This is for master. As for the PhD, the same statistics for 20 nationalities, right? So a lot from Myanmar and from Pakistan and from India, from South Asia. Okay. This statistics, however, is I think at 2022, not 2023 yet. So that's not include Nigeria, I think. Oh, okay, Nigeria is there already. Yeah. Right. 6 research clusters that you have to bear in mind, right? What research clusters you belong to. Research clusters refer to the study programs, And we have got 6 research clusters as your study programs. From bioelectronics, power and energy, data analytics, control and embedded systems, advanced materials and devices, and telecommunication, networking, and systems. So there are 6 programs over here. May I check a little bit? Could you raise your hand? Bioelectronics, any of you in this bioelectronics? How about power and energy? Okay, a couple students. Data analytics. Okay. And control and embedded systems. Good. Advanced materials devices. Over there. Okay. And TNS, telecom network and systems. Okay. Yep. Very good. I think this is important for you. And I summarize for you for graduation requirement lists, like checklist. All right. For the master first. Okay. First of all, the course requirements. And over here, very carefully, please check the bulletin 2023, which is the latest academic year for this bulletin. And this bulletin is different from all of your senior bulletins, because bulletin 2023 has just been newly amended. Okay, so your requirement of graduations would be different from people in your lab who would take like bulletin 2022 or earlier. Okay, so you cannot just ask your seniors in the lab for the like courses that they're taking. They different requirements. All right, so check by yourself. Okay, what is the requirement? The bulletin, where can you get it? Right now, I am sharing the web browser. And if you come to our website of the department, which is worldwideweb.ee.eng.chula.ac.th. Right. If you come here, one-stop service, postgraduate students. This one-stop service menu for postgrad student, we collect anything that would be relevant to you. Okay, so you just check it out. Bulletins over here. Okay, so we have kept like all the versions for all the academic years, right? When we newly modify the bulletins. Okay, in your case, it's got to be bulletin 2023. So you download it and keep it as a reference document. This bulletin is actually not only for Department Electrical Engineering program, and it's not only for master and PhD, it's also for all the other programs of our Faculty of Engineering and undergraduate, master, and PhD. Okay, so it's quite thick. Do not need to print it out. Okay, so you just like search along a little bit. For electrical engineering, it's over here, page 20 until page like 45. That belongs to us. Okay. And if you go there, right. So that is a part of the bulletin for Department Electrical Engineering. It's only 25 pages. So like, please go through at least once in your life, right? And read it carefully. Okay. You do not need to read every page because some of the pages be relevant only for the bachelor degree students. But you should know that we have PhD program, 3 programs, what programs you are in. We have the master program and so on and so forth. And the list of all the faculty members over here. And we start with the bachelor degree. Okay, so this is a bachelor degree. The bachelor degree program may be also kind of relevant to you in the sense that so that you know what our undergrad classes, what they have already learned. And when you continue with the master and the PhD classes, then you know what kind of backgrounds the teachers, the professors over here kind of assume that as a master or the PhD students, well, this background you must have already got them, right? So that's the idea. For the master and PhD is very much later over here, right? This is for Master of Engineering. Okay, and we have the detailed requirement, like course requirements. What require the courses that you must take? Okay, research methodology, for example, over here. The number over here, allow me to zoom in. The number over here, that's been mentioned also by our head of the department. This is a subject ID, the course ID. Okay. And for all the courses belonging to our Department of Electrical Engineering, it will start with 2102. So those digits belong to EE department. The last 3 digits, like 590, that is for class identification. Okay. And the number over here, like number 2 over there, that's the number of credits. And in parentheses, we have 3 numbers. The first number with that digit is telling you how many lecture hours per week. The next digit is saying how many laboratory hours a week. And the last digit, how many hours you have to spend on your own in order to do homework, assignment, or revise the materials being taught, like self-study hours. Okay, so when you plan your study, like take a look not only for the number of credits, please also check the number of hours that you have to invest for each of those classes. All right. Now, there's a kind of difference between the norm for the number of hours that you have to spend for each credit that you would earn on the class. For the master and PhD classes, it would be like in this one, 2 or 6. So if you spend 2 hours in class, you've got to triple that in order to get the self-study hours. For the undergraduate, it will be only not to triple, but to double. Okay, so it means for the graduate classes, it requires more on you, demanded more. Okay, for the self-study hours. Check it out. All right. Yeah, let me come back. So study the bulletin. Okay. Plan your study. Now, there are 2 important exams apart from exams of the courses. The first exam is thesis proposal exam. Okay, for the thesis proposal exam, it's required within the first 4 semesters. Some students will just go for in the first semester if possible, but more likely the second semester, something like that, for the master degree. But if you go for the 3rd semester, it's still okay. But this is a deadline, okay? You have only 4 semesters in order to finish this thesis proposal. For the thesis proposal, you propose what you want to do and the scope of the research that you like to complete towards the end of your thesis. And after you complete all the committed scopes in your proposal, now you could request for the thesis examination. And this is the very last examination you have to go through. Okay. And if you pass the thesis examination, now you're on the way for the graduation. All right. In addition to passing all the required courses, passing thesis proposal exam, passing the thesis final exam, university also requires that in order to graduate from master degree, you must have at the minimum some publications that like paper presentations. You report the findings that you've got from your research to the research and academic communities. Okay, we require 1 paper. It could be 1 paper in the journal that is peer review. That is all right. Or it can also be 1 paper in any conference, but that has a full paper in the proceedings. Last but not least, must pass the English language test requirement. So this is according to the university regulation. Okay. This is master degree. How about PhD? Oh, before going for the PhD, let me emphasize on some areas that we have to be concerned with, additional requirements. Okay, depending on your program, your research clusters, some research clusters would announce, in addition to what's already been written in bulletins, they would announce separate requirements. Okay, and I have put it here as examples. This is from Power and Energy cluster. Power and Energy cluster has announced more detailed recommended menu of courses to be enrolled, to be registered, and to pass. Okay, they have divided into professional-based study program, research-based study program with 6 tracks. So you have to check their requirement for individual tracks in order to complete with their requirements. Apart from Power and Energy cluster, data analytics cluster also have extra additional announcement. Because for the data analytics, right now, they have a lot of classes, and those classes have some like prerequisite orders, sequence of recommended courses so that your learning path will be quite smooth. So they define the programs in order to graduate. There are three main compulsory courses that you have to register. That is like linear algebra, optimization concept, and random process for 2102, 501, 2102, 508, 2102, 500. And there's also some co-requisite requirement. Co-requisite, it means that, well, you can take both classes like 508 and optimization concept and optimization in engineering and machine learning, EE 511, you could take in the same semester, something like that. Or you could take 508 first and in one semester, and after you complete that, then you take 511 in the subsequent semester. So that is also okay. That is a co-requisite requirement, okay? And also there is some like a graph of the network connectivity of all those classes for data analytics so that it allows you to choose what parts of the learning journey would fit you best. Data analytics cluster also is a special cluster because please be careful, they have got not only the default 3 credits per course, they also have some courses 1 credit, some other courses 2 credits. The purpose is the following. 1 credit supposed to be, we call 1 bite subject, like introduction to that problem area, that research tool. And if you are interested, then there will be the next 2 credits as an advanced material, as a sequel to that 1 credit, right? So check it out. So that will be the structure of the courses over there that will be different from all the other programs. So this is the data analytic programs.
I think that for the 1 credit and the 2 credit subjects, the other courses have kind of like different schedule. Not from week 1 to week 16 is like week 1 to week 8 or something, or do you have to check with the professor? So
okay, 3 credit class is going to start from week 1 to week 15. But if it's 1 credit or 2 credits, it's not necessarily the whole 15 weeks, right? And in order to check it, let's come here. Okay, let me go through this. So if you go to worldwideweb.register.reg.chula.ac.th, and you could select the English language if you like, and then you come here for class and exam schedule. This is the main database that you could check all the courses, okay? Like a moment ago, if you are interested in like some of the courses, this semester, second semester, 2102, 5 something, okay? So those are all the courses open this second semester. That's starting with 21025, okay? In the first semester, it's like that. And you could also change the academic year. 2024, oh no, not yet, okay? That's the future, okay? It's only up to the present semester. Yeah, you've got the idea, all right? And if you come here and in this second semester, right? Let's check it again. There are a couple of like, okay, linear programming, okay? Let's say, you see, this is a class of the linear programming, and this is a schedule on Friday, 9 to 12. and this is the venue, right? And this is the name of the professor. Our professor name be abbreviated by the initial as well as some letters from the surname. Okay, like that is Thirapon Silawan. Thirapon T for T. Silawan is SL. For me, it's CAK. Chowdit. So that is C. Aswaku AK. Something like that. And over here it is week 1 to 5. Yes, it's only 1 credit. Okay. And some other stuff. This is 2 credit. Week 6 to 15. So you have to check it. All right. And by knowing who is a professor, it means you could email him or her directly too. Where do you check? Yeah, you just come again. And if you come here to people, faculty, okay? Right, so you see all the abbreviation, right? A moment ago is TSL. This is Dr. Thirapon Silawan, and that is a surname. Sorry, that is the code name of the professor, as well as the email. Get it? Okay, so everything is at the web, basically. Okay. Right. For PhD, in order to graduate, okay, well, okay, you have, if you register as not the research only, but the research plus coursework, then you also have to check all those courses and the requirements of the course in registration. In addition to that, you have to pass the qualifying exam. And the qualifying exam for the PhD, it is intended for checking your basics necessary for commencing the research in the PhD according to whatever PhD research directions that you have already agreed with your advisors. So for the qualifying exam subjects, then you have to discuss with your PhD advisors and come up with some list of the subjects that would be proper for your research direction, background. Then you propose to the department will check if that is all right. If it is all right, then okay, you could take those exams. I think there is a requirement that the subjects to be proposed by students, PhD students, and their advisors must not be taught and evaluated by the students' own advisors for the obvious reason, right? So no conflict of interest, okay? But in case that, well, this course that's taught by my advisor is really necessary for my PhD qualifying exam, so I will go for it anyway. Then you could also do that, but we have to arrange not your advisor, but some other professor who are willing to evaluate that on your advisor behalf. In practice, it means that qualifying exam subject would not be evaluated by your own PhD advisors. Okay. Then the default is that everyone knows that, and so we just go for all the other professors. This is proposal exam within 6 semesters. That is the deadline. And the thesis final exam, which is the PhD Viva, okay, that we have to go through. For the research-only program, university requires at the minimum 2 journal papers. For the research plus coursework program, the university requires at the minimum 1 journal paper. Now, our departments announced now you go over here to the one stop again, and over here there is a PhD qualifying exam, some documents, some procedure. Since it's exam, some documents, some procedure. right? So you could check all the stuff. For some of the Thai language, if it is relevant to international students, we translated it. But if it is just some forms like routine forms, then maybe it's titled in Thai. So it means like, for example, how to borrow equipment from the lab or something like that. So don't worry about it. Or you could also use Google Translate, right? If you are curious what they are. Okay. But we're trying to make life of international students accessible to all the necessary documents over here. All right. Actually, publication requirement is telling you what journals are acceptable, what journals are not. So if you check it out, okay. So this is the international publication acceptable for graduation of the PhD of our department, and we have details over here. Okay. Q1, Q2, or is it the review journal? Is it acceptable, or is it got to be transaction? Well, you just check the details. All right. Your advisors would also know this very well already too. Okay. As well, you have the English language test score. Now, in case that you have already got the exemption, because maybe earlier programs that you have completed is in English language already, right, as a teaching medium. So that test score would be exempted too. Okay. Braille list of the journals is to be avoided. Okay. So that's called like predatory journals. So if the journals in here, then please try to avoid them, not publishing to all those predatory journals. This is the English score requirement for the master and for the doctoral students. Now, please be careful. There are two different levels of English score requirements in case that is applicable to you. Okay. The entrance requirement that allows you to enter our program. Okay. And the graduation requirement, they are different. Okay. So the fact that we have already passed some English test score requirement and you can enter our program, it doesn't mean that your score already passed the graduation. So you have to check, right? The graduation requirement will be higher than the entrance. Universities also allowed that, well, in case that you score in some of the level, then you could also recommend it to take English language class. Like if your score, for example, the TOEFL score is, let's say, here, greater than or equal to 430 points, and if you're a master student, it means that it's fine to you. You do not need to take any classes as an extra. But if your score is in between 425 and 449, well, university says that you have two options. You could either try to pass that 450 requirement, or you could choose to take one class of the English language from our language institute. By the way, to take English language classes is it does not increase the tuition fee, right? Tuition fee is exactly the same per semester. So this is kind of like buffet. So you just plan, and if you think that it is required, then you just register. Okay. Examples of those classes, like for the English language classes, would start with 5,500 and something. Okay. And where do we check it? Well, you check it again from here, the same place over here. So if I check 5,000, 5,000, 503, 504, something like that. Okay, yeah. 503 or something. Yeah. Okay. So this is a class of preparatory English for graduate students, something like that. And there are a couple of other classes as well, I think. Yeah, like for thesis writing, for academic presentation or whatever, right? So you check it out, basically. So those are like services, the English language service that the Language Institute of July has provided for our grad students. Okay. And this is SU, so you do not need to worry that it's going to be graded ABCD. No, it's SU. Okay. Details of the requirement is here from that link. So if you click it, then that is the original announcement from the university. This is not from our department, it's from the university. And my apology that the university has not translated that into the English language, but I have already summarized all the stuff for you in that table. So the original information is here from this document. Okay. Next. The department also has provided some student grant in order to subsidize, like when you have completed your research experiments, you have got some research findings that you like to share with the world, and you go for the conference, right? Then you need some money in order to go there. For each student, the department has provided 10,000 baht for you. That would be okay as a subsidy. And that could be the full expense subsidy in case that the conference is domestic, like within Thailand. Could be international. There are a lot of international conferences organized domestically. If you go there, then yeah, that could also cover the whole thing. If it doesn't cover the whole thing, ask money from your advisors. Right, that's the idea. Or you could like pay partly by yourself or something like that. At least one time. For some CUEE scholarships, we also provide a second time, so that you have like two chances of going for conferences. Okay, and I think it's over here. Again, everything is in our department website, and it is in over here, one-stop service postgrad students, as well as for here, scholarship and grants at the graduate program. So you go there, then for Thai and for international students, some grants, right, that we have to support you guys. Then that is the student grant of the Department of Electrical Engineering for academic event attendance. So you just check the details. Okay. So we support 10,000. Yeah, 10,000 baht. But please let us know at least 30 days before the event. Okay. So you just submit your request to us at least 30 days before. There would have to be like some money request procedure and so on and so forth that we have to deal with the Faculty of Engineering Finance department. And that's why we need 30 days at least. What if the notification of acceptance of your work is, well, like less than 30 days before the event? If that is the case, even before you know that your work has been accepted, please submit the form. Okay, so that we could just like run all the procedure first. Is that understandable? Okay, right. Okay. Some of the stuff, okay, I have put it in the handout over here. Important menu, like what we have just seen: graduate program, scholarship and grant. one-stop service for postgraduate students. This one, which I would require you to do at least together a little bit. E-graduate. Okay. E-graduate is a web portal that you have to follow along at each step of your study plan. Okay. Let's go there. Okay. And then I'm coming back to this list of what you can do in the e-graduate web portal. If you go there, well, let's try going there. It's over here. Right, e-graduate. You could go there by mobile phone, is okay. And then you enter your July account name. You already have the July email, right? Okay, yeah. So just enter whatever is your account name. For example, this is my like a CUEE account. So if I enter mine, and then the password is also your password, okay? Your July account password. And then you could log in. And you try logging in to see if it works. It works, right? Or okay. Right. Good. Working? Right. Okay. I just want to know that you can log in, but the details of this, then you could just do it after you consult with your advisor. All right. Let's go through the stuff that you are required to do at the beginning, okay, of your study. First of all, please update your student profile. Like there will be your name and so on and so forth. If it's wrong, then just correct it, right? Because this information be used in all the automatically generated forms that you need to use for the thesis proposal exam, for the thesis exam request, and so on and so forth. So make sure that your information is correct. Okay. Yeah. Tell us. Yeah. So there'll be some information you can change, some you cannot. But if those that you cannot change, but they're wrong, tell us so that we'll correct it for you. Okay. And we use e-graduate system not to prepare the course checklist for your study plan. And here you have to plan with your advisors. Okay. Your advisor will have more experiences, and they may ask you to, okay, draft it first, and then you have to propose to your advisor, and then you discuss if it is okay, if it matches with the your research directions, and if it's according to the scholarship criteria, if you have the scholarship as well. So yeah, do discuss with your advisor there, okay? And yeah.
This is unofficial. The official one is Lectular, IEG.July. Okay, so this is just a tool to make sure that you get the right courses, like you plan with your advisor. And at the end of each semester, we will update the grade of the grade that you got from the register from the register from the Chulalongkorn. We update it to you on the wait, like you plan this semester and next semester or the third semester. Then after the first, the second, the third, the grade will appear on this system. Okay, but you can change it. Yeah, you can deceive yourself. The real thing is in July web. Okay, this is just a tool to remind you only. Okay, the official one, or when whatever you want to register, you will have to register on the website of Lectular. Okay.
Right. So keep this therefore as a only like a some drafted plan internally that you use with the department and your advisor. Okay, but as Professor Vanchalam emphasized, the real database is at the regular registration office of JULA, and you have to make sure that all the course details and everything is over there is correct. Okay. Well, let's go through some of the stuff here. This is my student profile. Okay. And this is a course checklist. Right. And over here, depending on your programs of study, then there'll be some requirements. All right. And we could select, okay, I want, okay, this course, I want to enroll it. Yeah, maybe straight away this second semester. For the thesis in total, in my program over here, it required 12 credits and they want to complete everything. Maybe next year. Industrial experience, yeah, and so on and so forth. As well as some of the classes over here, like, oh no, I don't want mathematical analysis, so let me just delete it. Now mathematical analysis gone. Reflect, no, not for me. I do not want it. But I want some other classes. Okay, yep, maybe I want neural network. So let me add it in, something like that. So that's the idea, okay? And keep it as a like a study plan that you discuss with your advisor. And of course, you can update it. You can update it. If you plan it here in this semester, but the next semester, you think that, well, I want to change a bit. It's okay, totally fine. Because this is internally, right? Internally done within our department. And we have this in order to help you keep the discussion going with your advisors. And also as a checklist that you have finally, in order that you know that, now I passed the program requirement, something like that. All right. CU tab is also there, right? In the past, students often forgot about the CU tab or the TOEFL score and the documents as the evidence that they have already passed already been lost, and then they have to go for the exam again, something like that. So we just use as an archive, and you could upload your evidence, like score results that you have already passed over here. So it's going to be good for you. Okay.
Okay, so you can see the grade column, right? If you have the course have been taken, the grade will appear here. Okay. Okay. Can you, Ajahn Chalit, can you just change to another student who have
No.
not a new one?
I don't have.
Oh, you don't have.
I don't have the access. It's okay. It's
Okay. Okay. So yeah. So and also you can update your CU tab using another tab, not this tab, but it appear here. But when you want to enter, in the test score.
Test score.
Okay.
Like over
You can
here.
add another certificate here.
Yep.
Then we believe you that you don't change it. You do something with the certificate. Okay. We believe to something that appear here.
Yeah.
Okay. So don't change the content of the file. The
Right.
update here, and then it appear on that in another page, that checklist. So when you want to request for graduation, we check all the thing on that page. Okay, like all the courses have been done, the publication as well. You can update the publication that you have made on that page, on the tab.
Right.
So you like the courses you taken in your English test score and the publication that if you done with, so can be updated. Ajahn showed it using up there.
Yeah.
Up. Okay, on the left, publication. Okay, so you can update it here. Okay, like print out of your publication, something like that. Okay, the details of your publication. And then you request for that for your QE exam, for your thesis proposal also in this system. Okay. And you defend your thesis also after you finish your proposal or QE, you can request for to defend your thesis, final thesis. Okay, and after that, all the requirements have been met. Okay, then you can ask for graduation using the last bullet here. Okay.
Right. So, take your time, okay? No matter what you do, discuss with your advisor and make sure that they agree. That's the idea. All right. Some of the important screenshots I have already captured in the handout for you so that you could just take your time going through one by one. After logging in, student profile, they have to update course checklist, right? But now let me emphasize on some of the pitfalls, some of the mistakes that we have seen in the past so that you could try to prevent them from happening, okay?
Attention, one more thing. When do we have do the professor that professor have to approve the course planning? No deadline. Yeah, no advisor ไม่ต้องอัปเดตใช่ไหม Okay.
Right. This is deadline. Okay. I think all of you skip the first bullet because you guys know already what your program is. But in case that you would like to change the program, it is still okay. But please make it within this week or early next week at the latest. All right. Course checklist, the deadline is next Friday. Why? Because each semester at July, the deadline for adding new courses, deleting courses that you do not want, it is within the first 2 weeks. All right. So we expect that to do all the course checklist revision each semester with your advisor within the first 2 weeks. Right. That's making sense, right? The deadline. Okay. For the program, okay, once you have already selected the program, we have already entered the program for you. You have already been admitted formally to some specific programs during your applications, right? According to the program that you have selected there. But if you want to change them, it is still okay for the new students. And your prime time is please inform us as soon as possible, early next week. So we will change the program for you because the program you cannot change by yourself. In the e-graduate, we will change it for you. And once your program is correctly enter according to whatever thing that you and your advisor intended, then it will be there forever. Okay. If you want to change it later on, yeah, it can still be done, but we have to redo the whole thing again. Okay. All the costs and everything. So it's going to be quite difficult. Okay. But is it possible? It is possible. Like, I've been working with this program, and I think I would like to switch to another program. Like, initially I could be at TNS, Telecom Network and System, but later on I would like to switch to data analytics and I want to change my program. That is also okay. If you want to change your advisors, it is also okay, but not recommended. In order to change advisor, you have to have the agreement of the old advisor, the current advisor, and the new advisor who are willing to take you in. Right, so you got to write some request form and justify why and so on and so forth. So it's going to be quite some task. not easy to do, but possible to do. Okay, and some students also do that if really, really necessary. Okay. Yeah, so that is about the program and everything here. Okay. Now, course enrollments responsibility of students, not advisors, not department. That is according to July regulation. Okay, so please make sure that these things are correct so that you guarantee to graduate once the time comes. By July regulation, each semester you're allowed to register at most 15 credits. Okay, not more than that. There is one exception. If it's the last semester of your graduation and you still have more than 15 that you must complete, well, you are allowed to write a request not to our department, but to the university in order to ask for registration of more than 15 credits. But the final consideration, whether or not they allow you to do it, will be at the university level. Okay, so plan very well over here. Okay. We have semester 1, semester 2, and we also have the summer semester. Summer semester is normally not used, but in case that you really, really need it, that is there for you. Okay. There's some pitfalls that we have seen in the past, like yeah, for the summer, if you register in the summer, then you have to pay the tuition fee. Yeah. But it's going to be smaller than the semester 1 and semester 2. Yeah. For master degree students, in the past, sometimes they confuse whether to register as SU or grading. So please check your program requirements. Some program requirements require you to register in courses and get SU. But the default rather is to get the grade. There used to be 1-2 cases in the past that the student get the grade. But actually, in order to graduate, they must have S and U. So we have to redo the whole thing again, and student would have to write a lot of request letters. So please make sure that you know your programs and the program requirement. Okay. PhD students, also in the past, some students not enrolling in dissertation or seminar credits in some semesters, and that's not allowed. Okay. For every PhD student, the university requires that the student must enroll in either dissertation or seminar credits every single semester until graduation. Okay, so please be careful over here. Okay, in the past, also students enrolling in wrong course ID. That would be dissertation with different subject ID, course ID, because different course ID also, although they are the same name, right? Dissertation or seminar, but they belong to different programs. So again, check your programs. They would require different course IDs, right? The last pitfall, student enrolling to courses, and they maybe forget that they already dropped those courses, so their name's still there. They must take the exam, but they don't know that they have to take the exam, so they get F. So please check not our e-graduate system for the final enrollment status. You have to check at the regular, okay? So that you really know if the courses are correct. All right. So e-graduate is informational. Okay. But the formal one is the regular registration database of the JULA. And for PhD students, if you already complete all the dissertation, all the seminar, we have got one special dissertation ID for you, 894. So you have to register that one instead. So that will be abide by that rule of the university saying that if you're PhD students, you got to take seminar or dissertation every semester. But what happened if you always complete all the required dissertation seminar? Yeah, you register this one. Okay, so that's the idea. And the portal capture screen for the test score. This for publication, as Professor Vantaram has mentioned, that you could also use this in order to archive your publications that you need for the graduation. This is for the thesis and all the list of the things and the forms that will automatically generated for you. And you have to use this form in subsequent stages of your life over here, basically. Yeah, I think that's about it from my part. Okay. And any questions that you have? Or you could also ask in the team, right? As well as some student would ask over here in the line group. All right. The team is a team of the, and some of the course announcement and everything that we just announced in the team, or some would also go for the line group as well. All right. Right. Next, we have got EPSA, right? Okay. So feel free to share your screen.
How do you register for S or U courses? Is it the same procedure as normal grading?
Okay, so the question is, what if you want to register in the course and that course is by default graded as A, B, C, D, but in your program, you require to take it as S or U, right? So you could talk to the instructor of that course, and then you need to write a request form. That is a standard form from the registration office that's going to allow you to be evaluated for that course by SU instead of graded. And the instructor of that course would have to sign in order to endorse that he or she agrees. And I think you have to sign, your advisor have to sign, and the instructor of the course have to sign. I think that's the idea. But that can be done in the first 2 weeks of the semester too. Yeah. Does that answer your question clear enough? Okay, good. Mhm.
Hello, everyone. My name is Nisawan Ngaminjawishaykun, and I'm hereby very grateful to be here and introducing you guys EEPSA. So EEPSA stands for Electrical Engineering Postgraduate Student Assembly. Maybe you see it like the abbreviation. Maybe some of you might get what is going on, but some of you may also confuse what assembly. So now I want to make it easier for you to understand what EPSA actually is. So EPSA is like, for you to understand easier, it's like a club for like aiming to make the opportunity for you guys, students, like master student, PhD student, new student, old student, and like student from different clusters, different research group, different laboratories to connect to each other and, to be like the seed that can grow to be a lifelong connection. But not only just students, but also among student and professors and the faculty staff, which this will lead to a potentially strong network, like internationally, because our Department of Electrical Engineering have very huge diversity and have a lot of nationally. So it will contribute to be a very strong network in the future. So for this purpose, one of the big activities that's going on every academic year for like over 10 years now is EPSA trip. So to accomplish that goal by like having field study and also raise social responsibilities with like community services and also teamwork activities to build the friendship. So in the past, this is EPSA trip in 2016 to CUEE. This is also in 2016 to Kanchanaburi. And this is a quite big trip to Laos with a collaboration with the university in Laos. This is the EPSA trip to Ho in 2019. And then this is EPSA trip to Kanchanaburi in 2020. After this, the pandemic hit, and then the next one that's happened in 2022. And the last one just happened in the first semester of this academic year. We went to Chiang Mai with a special collaboration with Chiang Mai University. And where are we going this time? Do you guys wonder? We are going to Kaohsiung. And we're going on 16th of February to 18th of February, which will be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. 3 days, 2 nights. No, yes, 3 days, 2 nights. And so Kaohsiung, Kao in Thai means an island. So we're going to an island. It's going to be summer in February. February in Thailand, it's hot. And Kaohsiung is a part of Chonburi province, and it is the smallest district in Thailand. It's not very far from Bangkok, and the transportation will be by bus to Silasha and then travel by boat to the island. The accommodation is Kaohsiung Resort, which it's really close to the sunset viewpoint, which is like the recommended viewpoint from like the entire Kaohsiung Island. And so the places that we're going to visit, the first one is a solar power plant, which they will show you around the structure and how it is work. Space Inspirium, which this one is like the first learning resources of space technology and geoinformatics in Thailand. So you'll go and like discover the mystery of the universe and also advancement of technology in geoinformatics. Like these activities, some of them are like have only one places in Thailand. Like will get to experience the simulation of how you would feel walking on Mars and like weightlessness condition. And this is also a palace. It's a palace called Tut Palace Museum, and it was built during King Raman V era. He built it named after his son, and so going there, it also have a lot of good views to take photos and enjoy the glimpse of Thailand in the past, the architecture and also the history. There's a lot of things going on telling like what happened in the past. And the beach is really like the water is like so clear, like crystal clear. You don't have to go to to PP. You can see like very clear water from not too far from Bangkok. And the next one is Marine Animal Bank Learning Center. So here is you like restore the natural resources and kind of like conserve the balance of marine ecosystem by releasing crabs. Like you will release like crabs eggs, like 30 million eggs. Yes, and also baby crabs and the mother crabs. You'll be like the crabs expert if you go here. And I don't know if you ever saw crab eggs before. Like you need to. And apart from all the crabs, you'll also see other sea creature like shark, like baby shark, and also like sea turtles. A lot of them, and you can also like touch or maybe feed. And you'll also like sculpt artificial stone and kind of propagate soft coral that is in the risk of extinction. So it is only 500 baht. With like this 500 baht, like already include EPSA polo shirt, and this is like first come first serve, but we prioritize you guys that is a new upcoming like new student coming here for the first semester. Yes, like it's first come first serve, but if you guys register on time, you like put into the top of the list. Yes. So maybe save the date. Like it's going to be on Friday 16 to Sunday 18 of February 2024. And like except the organizing team, you guys are like the first group of people knowing about this. We didn't like publish it anywhere else yet. So I'll maybe take a picture of this. But after this, we will send into the line group and also like the CUE website and our EPSA Facebook page. The deadline for the application is January 25th. Oh, the seats are limited, like 30. Yes. But you guys like are the group of people. Yes. If you go on your own, it'll only like 500 is like only the transportation. And like, there's actually a bunch of people, the old student want to go. So don't forget to apply on time. Thank you.
Then your priorities for then after that, but
Okay, thank you.
space. So here you guys have how many new students? 13. Okay, but we have 30.
For the new student this academic year, I think we have about 50 or 60 already, which means that you have to compete with your friends coming in the first semester too. But we prioritize you guys first because in the first semester we have already been to Chiang Mai,
Yes.
right? So you guys like the first priority right over here. So yeah,
This new batch. Okay. Then the second batch. Then the whole EE student.
Like from my personal experience, if I didn't go to like my first EUPSA trip, I'll never get to know friends from other clusters because we didn't register the same subject. And like once we know the existence of each other, we cannot, reverse back and like, I don't know you. So maybe we just sit apart only like your lab is like 12th floor and my lab is 13th floor, but we never saw each other ever. Yeah, so I think this is a really good opportunity to build a lifelong friendship. Thank you.
It's fun. Okay, fun and be many your senior already prepare the fun activities, lots of fun activity extra from the visiting place like that. At night you won't be lonely, okay, because you have to do some extra activity to get to know each other, right? Then we do some the kind of ice breaking activity, and yeah, you will remember all the friends that you join. You have like small group, big group, and you learn to know each other at the time. Okay, so yeah, let's join the trip.
There'll be quite a few faculty members to join the trip. Also join us on.
Yeah, I mean, after my son and after I joined also there.
Right. So yeah, this is really a good opportunity organized by the team of the EPSA, right? And so that you'll be able to know each other, get connected, basically, right? But we have got only about 30 seats for students, right? Together with the staff, there will be 40, and together with the ajans and faculty members, in total will be like 50. So that we take the whole boat by ourselves, and then we just go on board the boat from the pier near the Silacha and then to Got Sichang together. Right. And the department also recommend EPSA here, as you have already learned from our head of the department. So it's the student activity that the department fully supports. Okay. And apart from this student activity at the departmental level, if you also like to go for the whole engineering school level, there's also similar student club, especially for postgraduate students, for the master and the PhD students as well. That is called EXA, Engineering Graduate Student Association. So that you will be able to know not only like people within the same department, EE, but also friends from other departments too. So that is also good opportunities, right? Right. Okay. The real cost, I think, is almost 4,000 per one participant. But 500, it is only to make sure that once you register, you really come. You will turn up on that morning, right? So that we would not waste the space, basically. Because, but the rest of the budget has been subsidized by the department. Okay. Right. Okay. ขอบคุณมากครับ Thank you very much. Do register. Okay. And if students would like to know more information, just feel free to contact. You could also send your inquiries over the line group, because the EPSA team is also within that group as well, right? And also there are two important okay ได้เลยก็ there are two coordinators of our graduate program. Let me share the screen. Okay. Right. Okay. One is Miss Reng Rong over here, right? Or P Dao. P in Thai language is like elder sister. And we add the prefix P in order to like address with the respect. Okay, the P Dao. Thai people have two names. This is the former name, names. And Dao, it is a nickname. Right. Okay. For me also, I have like two names. Most of the people have two names basically. Okay. The formal name, the official one, and the nickname. So Ms. Reng Rong is the main coordinator of the postgraduate study over here. So if you want to ask anything about our programs and all the procedures and all the other stuff, then just feel free to send the email over here. rengrong.k@chula.ac.th. And if for international student, another coordinator, Ms. Pancharat, would also help you along with whatever stuff that you would like to have some helps. All right. And those are the email addresses. Personally, the offices of ours is just the opposite to this meeting room on the second floor of the EE building. So you'll see the office over there. So if it is more convenient for you just to go there, and then you just like, go to the office, and then you could have any inquiries over there too. Is that all right? คุณดาวจะมีอะไรที่จะเสริมนะครับโอเคได้เลยครับ I see. Okay. ครับ Professor Suri is in the Zoom, right? You would like to say something over
say hi, right?
Yes. Okay.
Hello.
Right. เชิญเลยครับ
Okay, so still morning, right? Good morning, everyone. So I just finished the other room meeting, but I'm on the Zoom meeting, so to say hi to you. So welcome you all to CUEE. So you can say hi to me too, if you can see me around. Thank you.
Right, thank you very much. Professor Suri is the head of the embedded system and IC design, right? Yeah. And also the main instructor in the uh, uh, CES program, control and embedded system, right?
Yes, and my class will start on week 5 to 15. I believe it's 21 to 570 is the new one. 2 credits. If you are interested, you still have time to enroll, right? The first 2 weeks.
What was the name of the class? One more time, please, because the voice kind of like gone temporary a moment ago.
Okay, so my class for the second semester is can be your approved elective, or if you are in control and embedded system, you can select it as the core course. So it's 21 to 570 is introduction to computer vision, 2 credits, and the class will start on week 5. Okay, but you need to register before, I mean, in the first 2 weeks. If you decide to register any class, so make sure that you register it in the first 2 weeks, but you have time to drop later on. Okay, make sure you add it first.
Okay, yep. The first 2 weeks you can add classes. You can decide to drop the classes within the first month, I think. Right.
Yeah, the first 6 week, I think is can
First
be
6.
dropped,
Okay.
but the first 8 week you can withdraw, something like that.
The difference between dropping courses and withdrawing courses that if you drop the courses, those dropped courses would not appear in your transcript at all. But if
Yeah.
you withdraw, then the transcript would show that it is W. Okay, any other questions that our students may have? Right.
I would like to add, I would like to add, make sure that you see the prerequisite or co-requisite or CF on regular, if that clauses, if there's prerequisite, co-requisite or CF, so make sure that you ask an instructor what is it, okay? Right, what's going on with that condition.
Okay, thank you very much. And there's one question from Peng Wu. The question is about the differences between research-based versus professionally oriented study programs, because some research clusters would have both options, right? And some other cluster may have only one option. Like data analytics, I think they have only one option, research-based only, right? But for other programs like Peng Wu is in TNET's CES, right? Control and embedded system. CES has 2 options, research-based versus professional-based, right? And the requirement would be different in terms of the number of credits for the coursework as well as for the thesis. For the number of credits required for the research, it is going to be, for if you register as a research-based program, then you have 12 credits, right? Okay, let me share the screen so it's going to be easier for all of you to follow. Right. And so that you'll be able to refer to this afterwards. So let me just open up the bulletin. Okay. Yeah, our bulletin over here. This is for the master degree program. Okay. And if we are going, for example, to CES, right? Over here, where is it? Okay, here we go. Right. Control and embedded systems, right? So over here you see that if you in the CES control and embedded system programs, and if you're going for the research-based program, then from the following list of courses, you've got to choose at least 9 credits. Okay, at least 9 credits. But if you're going for professional-based study programs, you have to choose 12 credits. Look further down. This is 9, 12, so the difference is 3, right? 3 credits. Here, sorry. Okay. Elective courses, okay, depending on your clusters, it will be from 0 to 12 credit required. If it is CES, a moment ago, you see research-based and professional-based already, right? So for the research-based, because you have already registered a lot, right? 3 more credits for the research-based. From that list of the courses. So over here, you have only 3 credits left. You not to choose from any other courses from the whole department, right? But for the professional-based study program, you're required to have 6 credits over here, so that the total number of credits will be the same, right? But the flexibility will be a little bit different. So that's the idea over here, right? As another example, say TNAS, Telecom Network and System, research-based over here require 3, professional-based 6, power and energy, research-based 6, professional-based 12. So it really depends from one cluster to another. But for that Telecom Network and System, research-based, we need 9 credits. So yeah, this is easy to see. 9 credits. Professional-based study program need 12 credits. So just help check a little bit. So there will be some differences from one programs to another.
And I think the professional base, you need to register into that one. Yes, industrial experiences or internship abroad.
Yeah, so it's over here, right? So there are some courses that students discuss with advisors, and advisors would like to send their students to work in companies in the industry, or advisors may have collaborative research with another university or research institutes abroad, and advisor would like students to go there. So we have this option in that case, so that when the student really goes for the company and spend time over there, at least the efforts spent during staying in the company would be accredited back as credits over here. And for example, if the student is sent by advisor to the company, then yeah, okay. If the student would like to get the credit, then they could register as industrial experience. And we have got over here 12 credits, equivalently 8-hour laboratory per week. But if 2 credit is not enough, when compared to the actual number of hours that we really need to spend at that company, then we register more. So we have this as like a dummy variables. Industrial experience 1 and 2 and 3 and so on and so forth. Likewise for internship abroad. So yeah, so that is the way to think about it. Also, if you always spend a lot of credits on courses, no matter if it is the courses that are like special courses over here, right? Industrial experience or internship abroad, or it is just the normal lecture courses. The number of remaining credits that must be completed, because there is the rule saying that the total number of credits got to be this much, it cannot exceed that, right? So we therefore kind of saying that, yeah, if you have already registered so many credits in professional-based program, then the number of thesis credits would be reduced. Right, so for the professional-based study program, then if you're going for that program, then you have to register this thesis course ID 2102811. And if it is 811, then for the graduation, you need 12 credits in order to graduate. But if it is not for the professional-based study program, rather it is for the research study program like this one, then you see it's not 811, it's 814. And if it is 814, then this is 24 credits. Because the total number of credits have to be the same, right? In terms of the quality, like the criteria of passing, if you have the thesis of 12 credits versus thesis of 24 credits, in principle, thesis of 12 credits would require less than the thesis with 24 credits. But that is subjective because it's according to the examiner committee of the thesis. But you would know that, okay, you 12 credit thesis, professional-based program, so they might lower the expectation. But not nevertheless, it depends, right? In terms of the universal requirement, it doesn't matter if your master thesis is 811, 814, or 816. At least, at the minimum, you must be able to have the thesis quality and amount of work that would allow you to have one paper. So that is a minimum requirement, right? So thesis credit 12 credits, 24 credits, or 36 credits in case of the research only program. Well, the minimum requirement in terms of paper publication, the same. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Does that answer the question? Right? Okay. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But to go for the professional-based study program or research-based study program, do discuss with your advisors carefully, because if you're going for the professional-based study programs, because you hope your advisor could introduce you to the company or to some research institute and will send you there to spend time over there. But if it's not working out and you have to switch back to the research study program, that would be, it's possible, but you have to redo the whole study plan and everything. And likewise, you have to, you see, because it's different code number, right? So it means you have to redo all those stuff too. So that would cause some trouble on your side and your advisor. So do plan very well first. Normally for industry experiences, internship abroad, industry experiences, if it is for the group of the 4+1 student program, we would have by default, the student would go for the industrial experience courses that they have to register already according to their program, because they have to go for internship for 2 months, right? And in that program, the student would be in this professional based study program automatically if that program is existing in their cluster. Yeah. So discuss with your advisor, right? But for the PhD students, I think it's easier because there is no such thing here, right? But the PhD students could also register in the industrial experience and internship abroad, depending on your circumstances as well. Yeah. And in fact, like internship abroad, if you were July scholarship students, I think you are entitled to apply automatically for some grant supports in order to allow you to go for some internship in some research institute that is a strategic partner of ours abroad for some months. So do check that one as well. It might have already been automatically included into your scholarships. Okay, right. Yes. Yes. Right. Yeah. That's
I'm wondering about an elective course. I need to choose the course in an electrical engineering or in my cluster only.
okay. So the question is about the elective courses. Okay, let's look at the type of the elective a little bit, right? Starting from, sorry, you are PhD or master?
Master.
Master, right? Okay. Required courses are okay, right? It means that it's required. Okay. So it's a research methodology or EE seminar, but for most of you, it will be research methodology. Okay. And then we have got elective courses in research cluster, which is this one, right? So you have two types of the electives. This second category here, you have to choose according to the list of courses within your own cluster, right? So each cluster would have their own lists. So you have to check them out. But apart from these elective courses that are restricted to only those specific list of courses in your cluster, we also have, this is number 2, right? If we go to number 3, which is the next, number 4, sorry, number 12 is a professional base. This dummy variables, right? Number 4 over here. Okay. We saw here, right. You could trust here electrical engineering elective courses from courses of any research clusters, including your own research cluster. So this is more general, right? And why we define it like that? Well, because some of the cluster would actually be courses of tools for the research, like data analytic cluster, right? We have a lot of research tools that you might need. And as a result, we think that, well, if you, for example, in other clusters and you would like to register in the courses of data analytics, because that would be useful for your own research, then yeah, okay, you could count it in here, in this category. And this is a minimum requirement for the credit. It means that if you want, you could enroll more than that. It's okay. Right. Now, the grade for the master and the PhD, I think the grade point average is required at least 3.00. And that is equivalent to RB, right? RB 3.0. That is the minimum requirement for the grade point average. If you get C+, it means that, okay, other subjects, you got to do it better. Like, so that on average, you have 3.0. Okay. some scholarships that students take would require stricter requirement than that, right? So you check the contract of your scholarship a little bit. Like every semester you got to pass that or something like that. So please check. Okay. Okay. Any additional questions? Right. Let me ask this. Have you already got a chance of meeting your advisors? Okay. Uh-huh. Everyone already met your advisors, right? Okay, very good. Uh-huh. So please stay in touch with your advisors in master and PhD study programs over here. Advisors are kind of everything to students, right? So from our part at the departmental level, the administration, we're here to help administrate things for you, facilitate things for you. But whether or not you will succeed, how fast you can graduate, how well you'll be performing, very much depending on your research lab and your advisors. All right. And so know your research clusters, which is the study programs, know your research laboratories. What are the research laboratories? Grab some seats in the lab, and when you stay there in the lab, come often, right? So that you'll be able to keep the continuity of your study and the research progresses, and that towards the end you could like happy ending, right? So graduation according to what you intend, right? I think that's about it from us at the department and also from EEPSA, Electrical Engineering Postgrad Student Assembly. And do register into our trip EEPSA, and we meet you over there again, right? In order to join many interesting activities and to have some connections, right? Strengthened, as well as to widen experiences in all the other things, right? And if you happen to see me around walking past something like that, just say hello, basically, right? And we wish you best of successes from our programs. And thank you very much for coming in. Thank you.
Okay, welcome. Bye bye. สวัสดีค่ะ
Okay. Maybe we stand on that side, perhaps, so that the attendants and professors and students, if you can open up your camera, please, it's going to be great, so that we'll be able to have one group photo together, right?